Okay, you guys, so we are back with another video. So it's 6:30 a.m. here in Kingston, Jamaica. And if you know, your girl has grave disease, insomniac, can't sleep. I went to sleep earlier for about an hour. And like my body does that. I'll go to sleep for an hour and then after the hour passes, I'm up again, and I just can't go back to sleep until, I don't know, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., midday. I've tried everything that is healthy, that is good, that normally works. The magnesium, I did Milo. Milo also helps to put you to sleep. I did Milo. It didn't work. So I just did a tablespoon of blackstrap molasses. Molasses is like burnt sugar. It's that portion that comes on top of the sugar before you get the sugar. Is that so? Yeah, it's the portion that comes on top of the sugar before you get the sugar. And my blackstrap molasses that I have, it's well cured. So it is so strong. I did a tablespoon and I'm telling you, it was like alcohol. And I was like, damn, I'm wondering if this is going to interfere with my medication because it was so strong. It was sugar, made no mistakes. It was sugar. But because I've had this bottle of blackstrap molasses for like 10 years because it's a big bottle that I have and I don't drink it all the time, but it's really good. Blackstrap molasses it's good. It's good for PCOS. It's good for heavy menstrual pain, menstrual cramp. You just need to take a teaspoon every day. And if you're having those painful periods, those painful cramps after a period of time, it gets rid of it. And it helps to relax your nerves and puts you to sleep. Normally, like, I would have a teaspoon, and after having the teaspoon, I would have to put myself somewhere and just go to sleep. Like, it works under 5 minutes, it works. But when my T cells are doing things of their own, I don't know, sleep is a challenging thing. And I've been tachycardia for, I hope my endocrinologist doesn't see this. I've been tachycardia for like 2 weeks now. Yeah, that's when you have heart palpitations and irregular heartbeat. And I've been sitting at home with it. But I've been feeling a little better, or a lot better, I should say, since yesterday. Later this evening, I'm gonna talk to a surgeon, someone that's in my neck of the woods, because I'm tired of going to the hospital. I'm genuinely tired of it. I don't like it. I really don't like the hospital because it's dirty. It's dirty. The hospitals in the city, it's dirty. The hospitals in the country, very clean, very prestigious, very clean, but they just don't have the specialists and the equipment to deal with my medical condition, or else I would have gone to the country to get medical help. So I decided that I wanted to talk to you guys for a bit because, as you guys know, and as I've been saying, I want to do some more chit-chat videos with you guys. I'm not doing anything for Christmas. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to be home alone or hospitalized. If I go to the hospital, they're not going to send me home. I just thinking about it just makes me want to cry because it's so filthy. I can't hide the truth. It is so filthy. It is so nasty. Like, why is the hospital so filthy? It is so nasty. I kid you not. The hospital is so, like the hospital in the city, it is so filthy. It is so dirty. It is so nasty. It is so stink. Oh my God. It's the worst thing ever. Like, I want to go, but it's so dirty. It's so nasty. I want to cry. I'm literally crying. I don't want to go, but I'm gonna have to go. I feel like the tachycardia that I'm having is is caused by anxiety because my thyroid level is not normal. I think it was the T4 cells. The last test I did, it was just off, not excessively off, but it was just off. And they adjusted the medication dosage, and I've been keeping up with the dose. But I know if I go to the hospital in the country, they're gonna be like, we don't have the specialists here to treat you, love, and we don't have the machines here. But the hospital in the country is so clean. It is so sanitary. The hospital in the city, it is so nasty. It is so disgusting. It is so dirty. It is so smelly. And, and their food, that will take you out. The food, it will take your ass out quicker than your illness. The food is, that's not terrible. That's beyond, like, sometimes I wonder, like, sometimes I joke and say, I remember I was there, 3 months ago, and my daughter and I was joking, like, do they hunt the garbage truck for waste food from the restaurants and put something, like, hospital food is shit. Shit. And then, they have restaurants there. Make no mistakes. They have restaurants there. But I'm a picky eater. I'm just a picky eater. I'll get soup and I'll get fries at the restaurant there and a fruit juice and that's it. But yeah, I've been tachycardia, irregular heartbeat. I know it's nothing. I know it's not anything. I know it's just the anxiety. I know it's just the anxiety that's causing the tachycardia. I know it is. I know for a fact that it is. And the insomnia, it has a cycle. It has its cycle, and I've just conditioned my mind to deal with it. What else to do? Gotta roll with the punches. Gotta roll with the punches. Oh, there are several hospitals here, but the others are so expensive. They're very expensive. And I remember like going to one of them. I won't call their names, but I spent a lot of money for the visit for one day. Crazy amount of money. And that was long ago. Crazy amount of money. And that was just for one day. And I did not like the service that I received. The money that I paid did not reflect the service. It was just, and they cannot handle complicated cases, so they're like private, expensive, just a name, nothing more. So even if I had the money, I would not go there, but there are quite a few other, hospitals. There's one in the downtown Kingston area. I don't go downtown. I don't go downtown Kingston. But I was thinking of maybe I should go downtown Kingston because maybe the hospital downtown Kingston, it is completely free. And I'm saying, what if they're cleaner? Because I've been there, I've followed other people there, and they appear to be cleaner than the one that I always go to, than the one that the specialist recommends that I come to. I don't know. I think I'm going to call them. And ask for, it's 6:53. I think I'm going to call them and ask for the endocrinology team and talk to them a bit and see if I could just adjust my medication and stay home. I don't want to go. It's too dirty. It's too filthy. It's too smelly. I have a big problem with odor and I cannot help it. I have a big problem with odors. And I smell every single scent, every single odor that's coming from all over. I smell it and I can't help it. I just can't. I don't turn my nose up at people, but I know hospitals can be clean. It's just not clean. It looks clean, but it's not clean. That's the thing. It looks clean, some of it looks clean. And the last time they took me on a separate ward, that was, it's as though they figured out that she's not going to stay here, because when they admitted me last summer, I literally cussed every day, even though I was sick. I cussed every day because every day I was like, the garbage needs to be emptied, that needs to be done, 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 that needs to be done. And I was just going off. And in the nights I was going off again. And I wasn't wrong, because I wasn't the only one who was just going off. And they realized that, hey, we can't put back this lady over that section. So someone put me in the wrong section, actually. They admitted me to the wrong ward last summer. When I went back this year, I was put in the correct section, because people with my medical issue, we can't deal with the unnecessary noise. We can't deal with people just yapping around us. Like, what are you saying? Is it of any value? Is it of any entertainment? So the last ward that I was on, it was much better, but my daughter was like, you're going to lose your mind. My daughter told them, like, if you don't send her home today, you may have tomorrow the most. She's going to lose it on all of her because she can't do this. She's so accustomed to her space and her space being one particular way. I know I'm in a hospital and I'm not being bougie and I'm not being fussy, but I have to see things around me being clean, smelling clean. My daughter was like, you guys are going to keep her here for more than a day? You sure you want to take that risk? And she was looking at them seriously like, are you sure you want to keep her here for 2? Because she's about to lose it, She's not going to stay here. Like, she's looking at the bed and she's like, okay, this bed looks good. Let's check the sheets. And she brought me my sheets and stuff. And I was like, don't bring my pillow here because last summer you brought my pillow. I had to dump it. I wasn't taking that shit back in my house because I couldn't wash the stuffing in my pillow and I wasn't going to take it back in my house. Like, I'm I'm a skeptic. I tell people that I have my biases, and I'm not afraid to talk about my biases. So I have a tiny neck roll. So if I'm going in the hospital, I'll take that. When I get home, I can throw it in the machine and get it washed. But if it's a pillow, don't bring it because I can't wash the pillow. I don't wash pillows. I don't believe in washing pillows. I believe in washing the case of the pillow, the wrapper of the pillow. And I believe that you should change your pillows every freaking year. Why do you need pillows are so cheap? Buy some on Temu, buy some on Shein. You don't need to be using the same pillows, especially if you drool. It doesn't matter how often you wash your case, you wash the wrappers of the pillow. I think you should change your pillow every year. I think you should do that. I'm not fussy. I'm not bougie. I promise you. I am. I'm a bit sensitive about, so I'm very, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I'm very, like, I'm telling you, I'm very anal about some things, like a dirty space for someone to say, her house is dirty. My house? Never. Anyone who knows me will tell you. You would catch that bitch being hungry, having food in her house, and being lazy to cook, but that bitch will never be lazy to clean. I will never be lazy to clean my house, okay? My daughter would say, Mommy, you love when your house looks like no one lives there. You love when your house looks like a showroom. Once I have the health, once I have the energy, my home is going to look like a showroom, something that's on display. I don't like my dresser crowded. The only thing that I'm not so good with is folding laundry, and that is because I love to perfect the folding. I love to perfect it. Things need to be organized in sections and all of that. So that's just me. I'm not a perfectionist. I just have my little quirks, I swear. But I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I love to see place clean. And if it doesn't clean and if it's not clean, it irritates me to my core. I wash my toilet bowl every morning and every night. I wash my toilet bowl and I wash my face basin every morning. Or if I don't wash it every morning, I'll wash it every night. And I wash my bathtub at least 2 to 3 times per week if I'm feeling good. If I'm not so good, I'll do it once per week. It's just me alone. And I use soap that doesn't have a lot of scum. So I'm a bit of a skeptic. I love to see things clean. I love to see things organized. And when I'm sick and I can't clean, I get depressed. Sometimes people with Graves' disease, like we have no energy sometimes, no matter how well you may eat, there are days when your energy level is just so low and all you want to do is just sleep in. So it has its flip side. So the flip side is there are moments when you're having problems sleeping, and then there's another moment when all you want to do is just sleep. You'll sleep for the entire day from morning until night, and you'll do it repeatedly, and then the insomnia period comes in. But what is sweet? It is sweet when the insomnia period is breaking and when it shifts your body back to night mode. And then by between the hours of 6 and 8 p.m., you have to take your ass to sleep. And then by 10 a.m. the next day, you would wake up, but you could go back to sleep and go back to sleep easy. And if you sleep during the day and you wake up in the evening, you can easily go back to sleep again by 6, 7, or 8. So it has a period that it has you in a sleep spell consistently, and you're just in that sleep spell consistently. And then it has you in a wake cycle, and you're just in that wake cycle consistently until you crash and come out of that wake cycle. So that is what I've been noticing for me, I would say, for the past 2 years now. But I hope that it gets back to normal at some point in time. But I do take supplements to help me sleep, and I can show you. Calcium, magnesium, and zinc. Ashwagandha. Plus the anxiety medication that is supposed to get you calm, relaxed, and sleep. And I'm like, anxiety medication where? Where? I'm not asleep. So I do take supplements that helps me to sleep. And another thing I've learned is that I don't consume a lot of salt. That's one of my problems. I don't consume a lot of salt. When I cook, it's low salt, mostly organic seasoning, those herbal fake ass seasoning. No. Mostly organic seasoning, but you have to be patient to get the flavor. Be patient and you literally have to make love to the food to get that really good taste when you're using the organic season. You have to know the timing and how to do it and, all of that. So it can work if some people would say, oh, that's no fun. It is so much fun. And then a lot of things now you would substitute like coconut milk, like not coconut cream from the can or coconut powder. You would use actual coconut milk because coconut milk, it has that natural sweetness to it and it has that natural flavor to it. And then the Scotch bonnet pepper is just such an amazing seasoning. And if you're not into spicy food, there's a way in which you can use Scotch bonnet pepper to give you that flavorful seasoning instead of the spice. So all you have to do, if you're going to add it to your meat, like about the last, say, 8 minutes, you'd put a Scotch bonnet pepper in the pot. You would use 2 with the stems on, and you'd put them in the pot, and you would cover your pot and turn it on low heat. So what that does, it brings out the aroma from the Scotch bonnet without you getting the heat. You'll get just a hint of the heat, like a slight hint of the heat. Even though you're using 2 Scotch bonnet pepper, you get a slight hint of the heat. Just don't remove the stem. Ensure the pepper is not broken, cut, or cracked. Once it's completely sealed, you keep the stem on, and in about the last 8 minutes, you drop them in, and you cover that pot, and you turn down your flame, and you let it steam. And when you open that pot, you get all the aroma and of the Scotch bonnet. And the Scotch bonnet, it's such a beautiful seasoning. Like, it seasons your meat. It does. And especially if you've had garlic, the garlic would have been something. The garlic would have been something, and ginger. So my natural herbs and spices are what I use. So I don't have much salt in my diet. And I'm learning that when you don't have much salt in your diet, it can actually disturb your sleep pattern. So what I'll do is, like, if I'm making myself a cup of chamomile tea at night, I drink chamomile too. I do a lot of stuff to help me sleep. When I tell you Graves' disease is no joke, it's no joke. So when I'm making chamomile tea, I'll put a pinch of iodized salt in it, just to ensure that I have enough salt going through my body to help with sleep. And I cut down on my water intake for the night. So once I'm up, when I get up, I have my water bottle. I don't know, I think it's somewhere over in my bed or on my bed or something, or close by. So it's, my water bottle, I think it is 16 ounces. So I have 16 ounces of water first thing in the morning, always. And then, sometimes I'll wake up and I don't have an appetite. And they're saying that's not good when you wake up and don't have an appetite. Sometimes I wake up with 0 appetite, and then another time I'll wake up like feeling like I'm starving. I kid you not. So if I wake up and I don't have an appetite, I'll have 16 ounces of water minimum, and I'll have I've cut no coffee for me at this point. So I'll have a cup of tea, whatever that tea may be. Might be some black tea or something herbal. And I'll have 2 eggs, and I'll be good with that. Yeah. And maybe a sausage, a nice, good, earthy pork sausage to get some significant amount of fat for the day. And I'll have maybe a slice of bread maximum with butter. But I don't eat all of that at once for breakfast. I give myself 2 breakfasts in the morning, and I give myself them an hour apart. So if I do the 2 eggs, I'll wait until an hour. Then I have like a sausage, pork sausage, one that's organic, and then a slice of bread with butter. So I give myself 2 small breakfasts in the mornings. That's what I do. And I skip lunch and then go for dinner. Yeah. But enough of me, guys. That's it. We're gonna talk later. Bye.